Jesus, the things we will do for the smallest chance at being with a beautiful woman.
Man, he killed that woman. Also, fuck this guy.
But you know, the thing is,
also Griffin Dunn's a shit actor too.
He is. I fucking hate him.
Now,
my god,
the film sets
up
this
movie a lot.
The film sets up in the first act with Patricia Arquette, as Marcy, and
I told you, Scott.
She keeps teasing him, and the thing is, it's like watching a bunch of warning lights on a NASA console go red.
It is. It's just
like,
red light, red flag, red flag. Get
one
the
after
fuck
the other,
out.
and he keeps ignoring them. It's like she's throwing out so many red lights at the end
because he's desperate.
But he finally breaks, and he breaks in such a way that you could be nice or you could snap back. And I hate to say it, but she kind of deserved it in terms of like being like a total weirdo. Although he didn't know enough about her history to know that
you shouldn't hate to save it or say that. She totally deserved it. Yeah. This is what I wrote too. Both these male characters are beta simp suckers, dude.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Well, every woman in this film is unpredictable and terrifying. You know what I mean?
Something about this movie, though, that I feel like it sort of threads a line between over the top ridiculous and I could see that.
This is Patrick Bateman. This is Patrick Bateman before he got big in the company. Like this is literally man's a fucking psychopath.
No,
and he deserves everything that happens to him.
All the women in After Hours are psychotic. Oh, remember when I said that Jonathan Landis doesn't like pets, but he likes boobs? I don't think Martin Scorsese likes women.
No, he doesn't. Look at any of his movies.
Gay people.
Because these women are psychos and they're terrible.
He does not like women at all.
Yeah,
not cool.
I think he was more influenced by like film noir, so he always has a lot of femme fatales, and this is like a femme fatale, like a burlesque show, basically.
A smorgasbord of femme fatales.
Fatales, exactly. Not one of them is any good, and all of them are going to screw the guy over. And also, one thing about this,
he also likes rain machines.
Yeah, you could question what a protagonist or antagonist in these films are. In the first one we saw, the antagonist was obviously a cabal of real estate people.
Iranian real estate nebulous people. Concept of Iran.
Yeah, in this one, it's the city itself is the protagonist, the antagonist.
Soho.
Go.
As a New Yorker, yes,
exactly. Soho itself is what's.
Gloom Girl suggested that this is a movie that could be remade with today's technology and it would be over in 90 seconds because of Uber.
Yeah,
yeah,
and cell phones.
There's so many
ATM
points in this movie where I'm like, why don't you go to a fucking ATM? They exist. They were in the 60s.
Somebody on the IMDb
in New York.
Someone in the IMDb did the math on how long it would take him to walk home because it was 5.3 miles instead it was an hour and 45 minutes. I was like, you walk fucking slow.
Yeah.
Like that, I would have been hoofing it like within like minutes of that, like not being able to get on the subway. But this guy decides to stick around.
I walked from the French. I walked from the French Quarter in New Orleans back to Tulane in like 20 minutes once, and because it was dumping with rain, and I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
I will defend. So I saw this movie, Scott. I think I already said you were probably the projectionist because I saw this at the Coronet right after it came out in 85.
No, actually, no. I ran the numbers and I wasn't there at the time. But
okay, so I saw this like opening week or two.
I ran the numbers
and I know like this is the movie I think Scorsese made after King of Comedy, but before Last Temptation. And if I read right, like this was something he sort of did because he was having a hard time spinning Last Temptation up.
Mm-hmm. Well, he lost the funding.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There was something about this movie that I've always like first I remember seeing it and I'd never been to New York before. And there was something sort of alluring about the idea of running around Soho in the middle of the night. And it took me about 15 years, but I finally ended up being able to do that a couple of times because I got to travel there for work a little bit. And like, there's an energy level to this movie that I still really like. Like the plot is paper thin. But at the same time, I think that the situations it gets into are believable up to a point.
It's an anxiety machine.
It is an anxiety machine,
but in an implausible way that's absurd and doesn't.
I never felt anxious at any point watching this. I mostly just wanted it to be over.
I felt nothing but anxious watching this film. I was completely anxious.
I
Watching
was really excited
because it's one thing. Like
I was really excited when Cheech and Chong showed up. I was like, oh, maybe there's.
I was actually the opposite. I'm like, if you want us to take this seriously, sort of like.
But I don't know the word.
He does not. He does not.
Cheech and Chong in this. If you want me to take it seriously,
he doesn't want to. He does not want to.
Think about. It's a farce. It's
a comedy.
It's a farce. It's a lot.
It's like a full comedy, right?
Yeah, it's like Married to the Mob is not really about the mob.
Has Scorsese ever made like a full comedy?
This is as close as he ever got, as far as I'm concerned.
As close as he ever got.
Yeah.
No,
I think so.
King of Comedy was not a comedy. That's my point.
No. Although it is.
I mean, it is. It is if you don't like Jewish people.
But you know, I'm talking about.
Besides that,
okay. Here's your anxiety thing.
This is
the one.
The
one thing to think about in this film is David's keys. He's just trying to get his keys back for like 45 minutes in his film, and that's the kind of thing that anybody can relate to, and it was great because he keeps further away every time he tries to get him to
his house.
Uh-huh.
I had to help my friend break into his house on Friday, and there was part of me that was just like, man, I wish you'd gone through all of this bullshit before you called me.
There were so many times in this movie where he should have just been like, fuck it, I'm out, and just
walk north.
This guy is the biggest pussy to ever exist of all the pussies that have ever existed. That's this guy.
Oh, well,
he can't even walk himself. Like, he can't even be like, I'm out. Fuck all y'all.
That he didn't
going home.
I think the term you're looking for is mild mannered.
Rain has never killed anyone,
which is not a good combination with
Soho. At a certain point, you're so wet you can't get any wetter.
Yeah.
So
exactly, just go. Your balls are wet already. Just go.
I love seeing Catherine O'Hara. I love seeing Linda Fiorentino. I love seeing Terry.
No, that's a no right here. How the fuck did Linda Fiorentino ever make it as an actress?
Oh my god, I love her in this.
What?
I love her in this.
Come on in.
Because she gets tied up. Is that why you like it?
I'm doing a sculpture.
I just watched Animal House and the woman played Dean
Weaver's just stand over there.
Goes up at the end.
Hold on, wait. Can you put that on the phone, please?
Vera, yes, gosh, great.
Will you fucking? She's a fucking piece of cardboard, dude.
Well, she works with cardboard.
But she's a piece of fucking cardboard.
I love this movie. The first time I saw it,
Barry Sonnenfeld had to tell her that she wouldn't have to be naked, so she was in Men in Black.
Yeah,
okay. She's the worst fucking actress. Maybe, she's bad.
That's a bold statement.
Well, but she's a physical.
Terry Garr is far worse.
Heather Graham is maybe the worst, but Lindy is
Did you catch the in joke when she says, "Did you like the monkeys?" She's playing whatever it was. Did you catch that?
Oh, fuck you forever.
Sorry.
That was her first film. Was in Head. She was her first.
There it is.
There it is.
Lindy Fiorentino. Yeah, I memorized
the same thing.
Linda Fiorentino literally sits there. I did memorize the words. I'm just going to say them like this, like normal, like because I don't have any emotion and I can't.
Quitting the show again.
Yeah, she was. But I think that was supposed to be a low affect kind of a weird. She's supposed to be a weirdo. She's supposed to be like a Soho.
She's like that in every fucking movie, dude.
I'm not gonna argue that with you. She's actually kind of a flat actress, but a lot of flat actresses have gotten pretty far these days. I could name a few.
Yeah,
Julia Roberts,
Catherine Keener.
Yeah, Catherine Keener. Yeah, exactly. But I know. Sorry, man. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's not like there's any flat actors. Like,
yeah.
We didn't have a huge argument last week about.
Oh yeah, we did. In fact, it made the preview. It was such a pointed argument, but it's like I think he kind of sense a menace about it. One thing about I think David is kind of like he's like a mild-mannered guy who likes things in order. And the thing is, wherever he experienced was so disordered.
He's absolutely
the disorder just grows and snowballs, and it's kind of fun to watch.
He's a putz. He's a doofus. He's a fucking simp.
Would you do better or worse in a situation like that?
The movie basically makes the argument.
I've done better in this situation.
All of us would do better in this situation.
He's uptight. He kind of gets what's coming to him on a certain level.
Yeah.
No, and the worst part is the movie doesn't even punish him for the shit he does. Like, he literally just gets to dust himself off and go back to work on Monday morning.
Which is a punishment. Did you see the big bars, the big doors that open? That's the punishment. They're making a very
but it isn't
big
for
point
him
about that.
Well, it's punishment. It's punishment for real people, but it's not for that character.
In fact, you think
he's getting back to normal life.
Yeah. He just gets to go back to what was happening.
The thing that he hated, he's happy to go back to.
In fact, you could make an argument this film is a socio-political statement saying don't go out of your lane. The guy was working in office, decided to do one crazy thing and go into Soho, and everything got so fucked up that he went get. He ended
I
up
don't think
back
any
in
of
his
the, I
office
don't think
again.
any of this shit happened.
But if you no,
I
but if
literally
you
don't
but
think
if you
any of this shit
deeper
happened.
but if you deeper dive, is
Uh-huh.
he happy to be back at that work? Honestly,
No, he's
Probably
not. The thing is, that's what I'm saying. That the narrative is he's trapped there.
Yeah.
Don't get out of it because things are even worse. Stay where you are. Stay trapped.
I don't think any of this happened. I think he dreamed all of
Are you
this.
saying this is an unreliable narrative story?
Yes. Yeah. No,
You
I
don't
think
thi-
this was a dream.
This
I
is
don't
not
think
American Psycho.
Oh, but
How
he
the
looks
fuck-
like absolute shit when he shows up at work at the
Yeah,
end.
that's the thing. Except for
we
that,
don't
I
know
would-
don't know,
that's his vision of who he is. Like this entire movie is from his point of view. So he
Balky was in the beginning, and I was just like, oh, we should be watching
Balky,
True
that
Romance
does.
instead.
Yeah, what
That's
happened to
great.
him?
with his green knit tie. Love the knit ties in that film.
A lot of knit ties.
Yeah, a lot of knit ties.
Beverly Hills Cop 2 and 3.
Oh boy.
Talking
Get the
about
fuck out of here!
Kim
No,
Bell.
I cannot.
What jackass, Tad? You're
Look at that Bronson
what, you ever
Pinchot.
put a 20 in the
Bronson
in the,
Pinchot, yeah.
in the ashtray of a cab?
Bronson Pinchot.
No,
They
I've
used
never
to
put a
have
20
them.
in the ashtray. That's not
That's
what
not how
normal
it's done.
humans
That's
do.
no. In fact,
They
you don't,
slide the thing open and you give them the money. I don't know what the fuck he's
fact,
doing.
you don't
You would
go any-
hold it in your fucking pocket until the goddamn car stopped.
Right.
Also,
No,
you
I'm
don't-
saying, and then they slide the thing open, and then they give you a thing, and you put the money on it, and you hand it back. Like it's,
Right.
I
in fact, you
don't.
don't step out of your apartment in New York without having at least $40-$50 on you and a working credit card. That's
And
just
a
how
gun.
it is. You
And a
know?
gun.
And a $20 bill in your sock.
Yeah,
credit
yeah,
card,
just
a
in
credit
case
card,
you
a
get
credit
mugged.
You get
Exactly
mugged, you'll
right.
still have some money.
If he
I'm
was
a-
a data
safest
analyst,
city in the
I
world.
laugh at this movie. I still laugh at this movie. I think it's cool. It makes
It
me
was
a better
funny.
person.
but a data analyst would have a credit card. He'd
You know,
have a
this
fucking credit card. on him.
this scene here actually when it
Also, he could go to an
this-
ATM.
I fucking died laughing when this scene happened because this is the entire movie.
It's just the entire movie.
A shark eating your dick.
Or when he sees the
Exactly.
guy,
The
he
shark-
sees
I
the
thought-
guy-
I submit
I
that
thought
this
about
man,
dentata as soon
this
as
man
I saw
has
that,
no
and I was
dick.
like, God, I'd rather
therefore
watch
no shark
dentata.
could eat this guy's dick.
when he
This
looks out the
guy-
window and sees that woman shooting the guy, and he goes,
I know what the
"Get blamed for that."
that was the best. But
This,
yeah, I know.
this guy,
last
this,
week had a
this
better
guy is
random shooting.
completely fucking dickless.
Mhm.
There's no shark eating. It should be like this then. The drawing should be a soft penis and the shark is coming up.
I think
Maybe,
you're a little
maybe.
too obsessed with the penis thing.
All right. I'm just saying. that
I love fucking.
And you're
Last
dressed
week-
like the two
Metaphors go.
guys kissing.
Last week had a better random shooting. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
The guy who gets shot
Those
across the
guys.
street from the bar when he's walking in, that's fucking
That was great.
That's real good.
That was
That's
good.
that's some
Also,
good
the
shit.
It's
club
not like he was
scene-
making trouble.
The club
but,
scene
you
in
know.
here was really bad too.
You know, the weird thing is that I think there's a historical compression.
It
Terry
wasn't-
Garr
it
back
wasn't
then
as
being
bad
like
as
this
Tech
beehive
Noir
girl.
scene in Terminator.
Oh wait. Anyway, she's a beehive
Yeah,
girl
Tech
from the
Noir is pretty
60s.
bad,
And
too.
she does all the 60s pictures on the wall. And you're like, haha, it's funny. She's so retro and not with it. Now she's like the most stylish person in the whole movie, if you ask me.
Right.
Terry Garr was ahead of her time.
I know that she was.
Jim, having picked the movie,
Yeah.
when was the last time you saw it before this?
A couple years ago, I think.
Oh, so not so long.
No, yeah, I had it on. I had both these movies on VHS.
No.
Uh-huh.
I
Right on.
think I had him on Laserdisc.
I don't think I saw it since it came out. Neither of them.
Same
Well, I
here.
saw both of them when they came out. Yeah.
Maybe on VHS. Maybe I rented it from like my local
I
video place.
definitely-
So how do you feel about this film, Jim?
Yes,
I
Jim.
like it. I like it better than Into the Night.
Well,
I
you
like
know,
the
making this
traveling
movie
one.
look like they were having a good time.
If you forget
Yeah.
who they are.
Soho is not like this anymore. Tad
Well,
knows this.
Yeah, I was there 10 years later, staying
Yeah,
in
it's
the. I stayed
definitely
for a
not-
week in Ironfront over on Canal
not-
Street.
I swear, I walked down that street around from Canal.
Well, it all looks like that. I think Soho can't be fixed. That's one thing they talk about, fixing up New York and making it
They
look
can
nice.
fix
I think
it.
it's kind of
No.
stuck the way it
There's
is.
an awful lot of bougie.
Go to Orbit and
there
nuke
now.
it.
Exactly.
only
It's
way
the
to
only
be
way to be
sure.
sure. Yeah. It will look like a lot
I'm
of fun if
quitting
you were a
this
part.
show.
If you were a part of it, it looks like a lot of fun. You know,
I will watch this
show.
movie again
Mhm.
and
All right.
again.
It's
Why?
a fun movie to watch.
I enjoy it. I like almost everything about it.
And I think the point
This
is
movie is
supposed to be
eminently
that he's
forgettable.
a fucking pussy.
Well, I guess we got
But
thumbs
was
already?
he made a pussy by his job, or was it some sort of congenital thing?
Well, honestly, these two movies to me again,
4.5 out of
like,
10.
Okay, here.
Gang thing, East Coast, West Coast. These are both yuppies